Okay, hello and welcome to the Math 1400. This is my little welcome video that I'm putting together. My name is Brooke and I will be your teacher this summer. Let's see. I'm assuming since you found the video, you found the Moodle homepage. I posted the syllabus, a tentative course schedule, and my math lab help video there at the moment. So hopefully you found those and had a chance to read those. I want to talk a little bit about some of the required materials for the course. First thing is the textbook. This is the textbook that we'll be using this semester, Pre-Calculus, Enhanced with Graphing Utilities. Hold that up there for a second. The 5th edition. Something else that we'll be using quite a bit this semester is the TI 83 or 84 graphing calculator. You can either buy one, you can borrow one from a friend. If you live in the Casper area, you could also rent one for the semester at a relatively low cost from the Casper College Math Lab or Math Learning Center. It's in the first floor of the Physical Science Building. I think it's PS 104. So that's a good option if you know that you won't be using it again in another semester. The other thing that you're going to need is My Math Lab access. And if you bought your textbook, again this textbook, if you bought this textbook from the Casper College bookstore, they were supposed to have the option to where you could buy the textbook and a My Math Lab access code bundled together. And that just basically means you get both the textbook and the My Math Lab access code. If you bought a used textbook, or you borrowed a textbook, or acquired a textbook in some other way, you probably are going to have to buy the My Math Lab access code separately, which is not a big deal. So let me turn the light off. So what I want to do at this point is go through a little bit of the My Math Lab stuff. Okay, so this is the CourseCompass.com page. And to log into My Math Lab each time when you're doing a homework or doing a test, and by the way, the test and homework will all be done in My Math Lab. You would log in here as a returning user. If you've not logged in before, you would go under Students and Register, just like this. And it says Get Access to a New Course. And notice that you either need, you need an email address, you need a course ID, and I'm going to give you that here momentarily. It's also in some of the handouts. You need a student access code. This is what would have come with if you would have bought that bundled textbook and access code together. This is what they're talking about. And if you have a used textbook, or you have a textbook you borrowed from someone or bought from someone else, you could just pay for the My Math Lab access with a credit card. So you would click Next. And for course ID, the course ID for the course I set up is Russell 56134. So RUSSELL 56134, and then you click Find Course. And it's telling us there's a problem, and that's okay for right now because the course is not actually officially active yet. People can't register for it yet. But hopefully by the time you're watching this, you would be able to do that. So if this was an active course right now, it would ask for payment, whether it's with the code that you got from the bundled version of the textbook, or through a credit or debit card. And then it would ask you to choose a username and password and all that stuff. Okay. So once you get a My Math Lab account set up, let's see. There's a couple things. First thing you might want to do, this is, here it is. So this is the page that it would go to by default. One of the first things you might want to do is run this installation wizard, and just click the link right there. And basically what this is doing is making sure your browser is going to be able to do the tests and homeworks and take advantage of the videos and all sorts of things like that. Okay, so here's the browser check. It opened in a new tab up here. The TestGen plugin, you don't need that one. The Apple QuickTime Player, you might want to use that one. I believe any of the videos that are posted in MyMathLab would be, you'd need the QuickTime to be able to watch those. Adobe Flash Player and Adobe Reader, I think you would probably need as well. The other thing you might have to do is to modify your pop-up settings to allow pop-ups from MyMathLab. Okay. Once you're actually ready to do a homework, this is an actual homework problem. This is from section 1.4, question 1, I think. First homework from the fourth homework. So notice it says A, find the slope of the line, and B, the intercept. So maybe you know how to do that, and that's great. You know, if you read the section of the book or anything like that, this wouldn't be that tremendously hard of a problem. But if you want to look at an example, go up here to this View an Example button, and when you keep clicking Continue, it just kind of walks you through step by step by step by step, walks you through an actual example. So that can be useful. Another one is the Help Me Solve This, and so it'll actually help you solve that particular problem. So it doesn't just do it for you, but it gives you kind of hints and kind of walks you through it step by step. So both of those are fairly useful. There's also a link here where you can get a PDF version of the textbook, and I believe it'll open up to the section that this is from, so section 1.4. You can also print these out, so if you would prefer to do your homework you know, on pencil and paper and then come back and type in the answers, that's something you can do as well. Let's see. If you go into Multimedia Library, you can look, so here's chapter 1, section 1.4, since that was what the homework was from. It gives you the option to look for multimedia textbook or animation, PowerPoint, video lectures, test prep videos, all sorts of options of things you could look at. Let's look at PowerPoint and video lectures. And so you notice for section 1.4, there's an actual PowerPoint presentation just for that particular section, and there is a video with examples where someone, a teacher actually, it's not me, but another teacher would go through and actually do an actual lesson. If you take a look at the PowerPoint, so here's the PowerPoint that I've downloaded. So it says section 1.4 lines, and then gives you the objectives, and literally walks you through kind of a lesson. So the more resources you have, probably the better off you are. And you do have to have PowerPoint to be able to run this, but so that's something you can use if you're interested in that. The video lecture, I don't believe I have QuickTime set up on this computer, but if you go to this, you can open this and actually watch a lecture, which I think might be useful for some people. I think that's about it for right now. If you end up with any questions or concerns or anything, let me know. Another useful thing that maybe I'll mention is Pearson, the publisher of the textbook and the creator of MyMathLab, has a couple of things that might be of interest. One is if you're having tech kind of issues, your browser won't do what you want it to do, or the videos won't play, or something like that. I may not be an expert on your particular system, but there's a 1-800 number that Pearson has set up just for technology kind of issues. So, and I have that posted in the MyMathLab handout. They also have a tutoring 1-800 number, so you can call in the evenings, I believe. I'm not sure what their hours are, but the details are in the MyMathLab handout. But you can actually call, and with your purchase of a textbook in MyMathLab, you also get the extra tutoring. So if you would prefer to actually talk to someone and you can't get a hold of me, that's another option. I think they also do things over email or instant message and things like that as well. So there's a number of different resources if you're having problems or issues, and just make sure you take advantage of those. If you're on campus, the Casper College Math Lab is also an excellent option. Again, it's free tutoring, and take advantage of that if you're having any sorts of problems. So let me know how I might be able to help you, and please take advantage of all the resources that you have. Thanks. Let's have a great semester.